Hey everyone, no respawns here. Hope you are doing well. So we're going to be doing a water purifier area in Sanctuary. I want to do this for a little bit, and I keep changing my mind on how I want it to look. So we're just going to sort of jump into it and see what I end up doing, basically. Because I keep changing my mind, and I'm just going to basically just do something random. I've got an idea of what I want to try. I keep changing it up because I keep trying to make it both less complicated and more complicated than it needs to be. I did try a whole thing where I was using the pier pieces. It did not look good. Or rather, it looked good, but it didn't work. So I'm going to stop using those pier pieces because the stairs were too big. For those who know what I'm talking about specifically... Oh my god, where is it? These bits here. And I was going to use these bits, but it was just too wide and it looked really shit. So we're going to sort of do something else. So I do like making a little pier area. Not a pier area, like a little water purifier area. Because I do feel as if Sanctuary does sort of need it. And I think it does add to the entire structure. But also, it's one of those things you can kind of make look a little bit crap. Oh, I know an even better idea. So it's like, what works? And what doesn't work. I'm going to put that one. So I'm going to see what we end up with, basically. I'm sort of making this one up as we go along. I've got a couple of, like, ideas of how it could work in my head. And we're just going to see which one sort of lands. I want to have this little entrance area that's, like, I'm describing it to myself as a sort of airlock. But really it's sort of a... I really wish we had a decent double staircase. It really bothers me quite a lot, actually. Upsets me more than you guys can possibly know. Because it's like, we should just have a cool double staircase, and we don't have a cool double staircase. We have this one, but it's way too big. If we had like half that, that would be perfect. An idea, actually. Why don't I just quickly, you know, let's just go without the staircase, and I'll make something off camera. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to temporarily have this to sort of use as a reference point, but I'm actually going to make a different staircase off camera. That is my plan. Because otherwise I'm going to be here for absolutely ages, and no one wants that. But I certainly don't want that anyway. Okay. I think that's what was throwing me for so long, actually. Piss off. Is I was sort of trying to think, okay, how do you get into it? And the staircase wasn't working. There we go. So if I move you... You can stay like that for now, and I'll basically... Bastard. I'll align it. Again, this is more like a reference point, so I know where the stairs are going to enter. Yeah, okay, cool. Right, okay. So I did one bit I really liked, which was I'm going to stack loads of these pallets on top of each other and create like little platforms for the... do it this way. For the little plywood, which we could be obsessively using because plywood is cool. And technically they don't need to be this high, but there are some deep parts of the water, so thematically I don't want it to look like they're just floating on the top. We're going to have 4 of them. They're going to not be fully straight because apparently they don't like to be placed straight, because why make my life easy? I say that like I don't make my life really hard in this game. I do. I really do. We were doing a build on the week. If you're watching this video live, we were doing a build on Friday, and it's at Kingspot Lighthouse, which you will see. And I made like a little wooden scaffolding thing, and people pointing out, "Why don't you just use the normal scaffolding?" It's like because I like to suffer. And the end result was really cool. So this is no different. Okay, right. Alright, so we're going to use... What we're going to do is I'm going to sort of align it here like this, so I know it's the right height. And then we're going to move it. Now, I'm actually, for those who don't know the controls, I'm on PlayStation 5, and I'm not touching the analog sticks. I'm just holding down, I'm holding down the select button while I move, and it actually allows you to move things on a horizontal plane, in case you didn't know that. It's a useful thing to be aware of. Because that means I can get things perfectly the right height without having to well, not get them the right height and get really annoyed later on the line. I'm deliberately making these so they're sort of facing the wrong opposite directions. And these don't need to be perfect. They can sort of be a little bit haphazard. As long as they're the right height so the walkways are all aligned, I'm pretty happy. I'm going to want... I might actually want another one. I must admit, I wasn't going to... You know, I don't know if those of you who are building stuff and then you build something and it doesn't work and you get really annoyed. And I'm like, well, I'm going to do this tomorrow or like maybe next week sometime. But it's also like I really wanted to do this video tonight. So I rage quit, then came back 5 minutes later to finish it. I got really obsessive with the stairs. So I've just banned myself from doing the stairs on the video so I can sort of play around with it off camera. I will tell you and show you how I do them eventually. Just get annoyed. Right. Okay, and actually no, I don't. It's perfect. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because I want a little area at the end where they're going to have like a kind of workstation. So this is going to work, and then the purifiers are going to be in here. And I've deliberately made them wonkiness. The wonkiness is intentional, just to be absolutely clear. Right, I'm going to pop you there like that. I'm going to put a piece of plywood on the top. No, it's not a plywood section, obviously. I'm going to do the blue one because the blue one is cool. As you all know this, the blue one is the coolest one. 1 second. It's not certain. I've already discussed how much that annoys me. Ah, you little fuck. The reason why I did that, by the way, is it was resting on that, not this, which meant that took priority when I tried to place it down. Okay, cool, beautiful. Right, so this is going to be like a little workshop area at the back. Again, deliberately made these wonky. Right, now, so now we're going to do some platforms. And again, we've deliberately made these a little bit wonky and weird because it makes it look cooler. Because we like plywood. Plywood is cool. Is it practical? Does it actually support your weight? Absolutely not. Don't be stupid. Lol. But it looks neat. I am going to make it look like it supports your weight a bit more though. Spoilers, in case you're curious. But we're just going to get it aligned first. I might do that bit I was going to do right now, in fact. So what we're going to do, and I adore this Covenant stand. I don't know why this does this, but it's very easy to place under things now and then. Like I can like get it under stuff, and then it sort of places. I might do a little bit of shenanigans to get it right, but like, and then it rests. It gives you a little bit of leeway in moving it around. I don't know why it functions this way, but it's awesome. I love this thing. I use it for so many of my structures. Probably should have done that first. The thing is, because it's awesome, and it is awesome, you can sort of just place it after you forget to place it the first time. I just really like this thing. It's the only piece of like building apparatus, these are not going to be fully angled, but it's fine, that works this way, and I don't know why. I think because it's technically a wall piece, not a like a kind of structure piece, so it just functions a little bit differently. And I'm all for it. Might have to raise that one up a little bit. That's actually fine. Again, it looks a bit messy, but once we've done the... Actually, that one actually is really messy. I might just switch that one around a bit. So I'll rotate that one. Rotate that one. Yeah, I'll do that. Just because it is a little bit weird looking. Right, cool, and then I can move that one around a bit. Okay, we'll do that one then. I don't even question how the connection's working, but it's cool. Right, okay, back to doing more plywood bits. Let's have the white one there. Actually, let's have the white one there. And a different one here, so it's just a bit of a mix of texture. Okie dokie, so we've got some haphazard platforms in place. Let's put some walls on. Yeah, it looks cool. I love plywood so much. So we are just going to, not just, but we're going to mostly use these rather large ones. It's not the retextures, it's just in the junk fence one, but it's all the way at the end. If you're using the Unlock 7 Objects mod, of course, there's quite a few of these we can use, and I'm going to be kind of using a mixture of this one and then that one now. How am I going to need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'd say. We're going to basically make it similar. If you guys remember when I did, for those who watched the Xbox one I did yonks ago, we basically used it and I made a little kind of claw shape, and that's sort of what I'm doing right now. Because yes, I could put all of those next to each other, but I like to make a weird shape because I'm awkward and weird. And that's what we're going to do here. I might not even actually use the ones without support, in fact. Okie dokie. Oh, that is not close enough. That is not close enough. So we'll keep it at the time. Don't want to stay too long on the video. Okay, like that. Okay, this is going to look cool. I've already decided this is going to look cool. I have formally decided that it's going to look good. I hope you're all happy. I was on the fence at first whether I thought it was going to look good or not. I have formally decided it's going to look good. You can all relax. I think when I stopped worrying about the staircase and just sort of vibed with it. So basically what purifiers are doing now. And then we're just going to sort of patch up the gaps. I will do like a lot of it off camera. I'm just going to place these, patch up the gaps, and then put the water purifiers in to show they fit, and then I'll like finish the details off camera. I'm not doing any full decoration on this one as such. It's going to be more just building, just because I have no idea what the decoration for this is going to be. And that's not the interesting bit. This is the interesting bit. Okie dokie, a couple more of these, and then we just basically patch up the gaps. And yeah, I'm deliberately going to do it so that the patched up gaps don't even come halfway. So these look like, almost like a hand. That's what it's going to look like. Why? Because it's weird, and weird is cool. Did it with my thingy, yeah, well, I think I might actually only have 4. Be gone, you are no longer needed. So yeah, the reason why is I just think it's going to look weird. There is the temptation, and because I'm making good time, let's see if I can, oh, I totally could, couldn't I? I could just have a cloth tarp like that. The reason being is then I have a little bit of colour breaking things up, and there is also this other one, isn't there? So we're actually going to have one over here as well. There's method to this madness, don't you worry. It's going to basically add a lot of colour. Now this cloth tarp, this tree's been pissing me off. That specific tree, I hate that tree. This cloth tarp here does in fact, even though it's floating, it's not actually floating. Which is you can do that with it, which is really handy. So it's going to be sort of, I'll probably even put it, I'm going to temporarily put it there just so I kind of aligned, but I'm probably going to move it around a bit. Put some support. Yeah, that looks cool because then it'll, you know, keep you dry if it's raining as you're walking around. I will obviously have to add some beams and stuff in. So let's put the purifiers in now so we know they fit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to disappear off and we're just going to do all the shenanigans. I'll do the big one first. Ooh, yeah, I'll have a bit panic. I didn't think the big one was going to fit. The big one fits. Now, a lot of people do like to put loads of water purifiers in, like really spam them out. I basically use one big one and then 2 little ones. I think any more than that tends to look a little bit weird, to be honest. Yeah. And it also kind of makes it look like it's like one singular structure rather than like... well, that one's actually going to not work with that one. So I think I might... No idea. I'm going to use probably... Wait. I'm just going to use the 2 then. Yeah, screw it, we'll just use the 2. Because there is a cap, as far as I can tell, I think there's like a limit to how much water you can produce. It might be by Purifier. So I'm just going to use the 2 instead. I might maybe see if I can squeeze another one in, but I really want the red things in. So let's now do the boarding at the side so I can show you what I mean. And then I'm going to disappear off and I'm going to pull all this together. And you will see the finished project and it's going to look cool. I've told you it's going to look cool. Dems the rules. I swear I used like the same, probably like 10 pieces of wood throughout all of my structures, and it just, I regret nothing because it always looks cool. Right, where's that pillar gone? Probably over here somewhere. I still have to do that staircase as well, I haven't forgotten. I left over there. There you go. Around Sanctuary I have to periodically go grab pillars because I just leave them like next to trees and things without realising because I don't store them. So these random striped pillars everywhere. So we're just going to basically like block up the gaps like that. And basically it's going to be like a kind of high but not very high walls with these little claws reaching up to the sky, which I think is just going to look cool. And then I might see if I can hang some stuff between, or like put some details between the claws, but I might not. We'll see. So that one's not going to fit, but this one will fit lovely. And what I'll do, in fact, is I'm actually going to put it in the centre. Get it as high as we can. Okay, cool. Just makes things look a little bit weirder. And kind of the clashing textures are fun. I'm actually doing it that way, don't I? Damn it. But lovely. I need to get a mod that adds barbed wire. I feel I need... when I'm doing my mods for Fallout 4 on using the creation kit, I tend to put barbed wire on all of my walls, but it's a bit harder to place. Yeah, and we're going to basically... we're going to make it a little bit higher. We're going to mix in the railing so it looks a little bit different. So again, the idea is that you've got these walls, then you've got these bits reaching to the sky. It reminds you of... those nuclear sites, you know, the ones where they have the concrete and it just... there's one of them in Fallout 76. Kind of like that. And making, like, fun bespoke walls is just great fun. I enjoy it. We'll just do this bit and then we're going to disappear off and I will do all of the detailing. And you will see the finished product. But you're getting... you've got the main bits of the structure. Except the stairs, because they're annoying me. I will show you them once I decide how to do them. And I still haven't figured it out yet. What I'll land on. Okay, cool. I'm obviously going to add more detail into that, but that is the premise. See, and it looks neat, right? Because it's going to be all these little claws. It's going to be a little area, it's going to look great. Anyway, I'm going to disappear off, I'm going to add all my detailing, all of the tarps, and a few bits of furniture decoration, and I'll show you lovely people. One more. And it is finished. Yeah, this turned out great. I'm so happy with this. It's really cool. I'll give you guys the tour inside, then I'll give you the tour outside. So with the stairs, I ended up, because I needed to squeeze in an extra purify, I ended up just doing it this way. So I just put another of those platforms down, and then I just maneuvered it in so that this plywood fits perfectly, which I think is great because it saves me a lot of stress, and also enabled me to, because I wanted this place to feel compact. I put some support beams to hold that up, as you can see. And the reason why I like this is I like just... I've mentioned before how I like the feeling of like streets and just walking through a tightly compact area. And I think this just works out really, really well. And this little area here I adore. If you ever want to know where these are in the Unlock 7 Objects mod, if you go to Power, and I think it's Manufacturing or Machines, and they've got these... they're static ones, so they're in the power section, though they're a bit buried, but it looks perfect because it looks like the main control area for all these. I love the little platforms. It is a kind of like much more detailed version of the one I did like 10 years ago in my original ever Sanctuary, and it just looks so good. And you see what I mean about the little, like a hand reaching up. It's just, it's utterly pointless. It's a purely aesthetic choice, but it looks cool and it breaks up. Had I, just done normal junk walls or something around the outside, it just wouldn't have had the same aesthetic. There is definitely the observation that, how does the water get in there? Well, listen, it's just magically goes through, doesn't it? But it looks cool. There are gaps everywhere it can get in, it's fine. I love it so much. Eagle-eyed will notice that I haven't powered it yet. Haven't actually connected it. That's because a future, if not the next video, will be me actually doing a generator area in Sanctuary, because I did have quite a robust one back in the day, and I definitely want to build one. It looks so good. I'm so happy with that. Possibly might actually have some extra support beams up there, but other than that, I'm pretty good. But yeah, look, see, you can make something a bit more interesting with a bit of stubborn patience and turn your purifiers into a structure in themselves. I probably might want to find some sort of piping structure to connect them to Sanctuary, but I need to kind of search for the mod for that, or just have a look-see through USO to see if there's anything that I think would be appropriate. But anyhow, they gave you guys a few ideas. As always, follow me on the socials. And for those who didn't watch my last update video, I will be streaming once a week back on YouTube. We streamed on Friday, and it was an absolute vibe. Basically doing Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 in the same stream, and then I'll anecdotally do a second stream now and again, usually on a different game or whatever the mood takes me. Anyway, I love you all. You enjoy your day. Take care.